Call to order this meeting of the South Kingstown Town Council. The time is 7:33. It is November 24th. The first order of business is a pledge of allegiance to the flag. I'd like to invite up Andrew Estes, Jake Connolly, and Micah Knowles to lead us. They've been working on their communications merit badges. Come on up, guys.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Take the roll.
Council President Collins,
Here.
Council Vice President Healy,
Here.
Councilwoman Clow,
Here.
Councilwoman McAtee,
Here.
Councilman Feely.
Here.
All members present.
Item 4 on the agenda is the approval of minutes of previous meetings. First, the work session of November 10th, 2014. Do I hear a motion?
I make a motion to approve the minutes of item 4A, the work session of November 10th.
Second?
Moved. Any discussion? No? All in favor?
Aye.
I will abstain. I didn't attend that meeting.
So noted. The motion passes 4-0 to 1. Approval of the regular session meetings, November 10th and November 17th, 2014.
I make a motion to approve, but I do think that there was, before it is approved, there was some question about that meeting.
For the 17th?
Yeah, is that one?
We're on the 17th, yeah. I want to make a motion to amend the minutes for the November 17th, page 2, line 4. Yeah, we're on November 10th still, though.
Oh,
First, the November 10th minutes.
I move approval of the regular session minutes of November 10th.
Do I hear a second?
I second.
So moved. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
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 Abstain.
Motion carries 4-0 to 1 again. And now on to the meeting minutes for November 17th, 2014.
I want to make a motion to amend the minutes for the November 17th meeting, page 2, line 4, to reflect that it was myself and also President Abel Collins that voted no.
Second.
So moved. Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor of approving this amendment to the minutes for November 17th signify by saying aye.
Aye.
The motion carries 5-0 to 0. Thank you. Now, back to whether we want to approve the meeting minutes for November 17th as amended.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the meetings as amended.
Second that.
So moved. Any discussion? All right. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you. The motion carries 5-0 to 0. All right. Next item on the agenda is the consent agenda.
I make a motion that we approve the consent agenda as presented.
I second that.
So moved. Any discussion? All right. All those in favor of approving the consent agenda as presented signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 5-0 to 0. Item number 6 on tonight's agenda. We're on to item number 7, communications. the town council received a resolution adopted November 3rd, 2014 by the Hopkinton Town Council in support of legislation to repeal the state tax on Social Security benefits. It's received, placed on file. What do we want to do with it?
We discussed this at the work session, and we feel that we didn't get enough information regarding the legislation to repeal the state tax on the Social Security benefits. Therefore, we wait to review legislation that comes into that effect. So I would move that we place this on file till we have more information.
I second.
So moved. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
By a count of 5 to 0 to 0, the motion passes. That brings us to item number 8 on the agenda, comments from interested citizens. This is the public's opportunity to tell us what they think or to make their own opinions known. Please come to the podium and speak into the microphone and try to keep your comments to 5 minutes.
Good evening, Bill Forbes. Just wanted to make notification that Thursday, Thanksgiving Day, that's open to the public at the Elks Lodge, and we'd certainly like to see everybody there. And also December 6th, the Rhode Island Commercial Fishermen's Association, in conjunction with the Elks, are sponsoring a swordfish dinner, $15 per ticket, and it's fantastic. Thank you.
That's very good.
Excuse me, Bill, can I just ask you about Thanksgiving Day? Is that dinner for, is there a cost associated with that?
No, absolutely not, Carol.
And anybody
That's open
who needs a
to,
Thanksgiving dinner, show up?
Right.
And what time did you say?
from 12 to 4.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for doing such a great job.
Thank you, sir. Any further comments?
Hello, Lindsay Phillips. I just wanted to congratulate you all on a successful campaign and wish you good luck this year. We have an interesting council full of a variety of life and opinions, and just want to wish you the best of luck and congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So you all know who I am, Roland Benjamin. I think I've congratulated you all personally anyway. I've come here after this election, after these last 3 elections, as someone on the outside looking in, trying to offer my services up to the town, and I've continued to hit a wall every single time, and whether it's some of you or some of your friends or colleagues, people that we're associated with, we know many of the same people. We've run campaigns. We've stood together at precincts. The constant reason that I keep hearing is that I have not been elected personally and that people like me haven't been elected is because of my party affiliation. And I really just want to take this opportunity now. We have a brand new town council. We have a lot of new ideas out there. And one of the things that I would like to really seriously ask you to investigate is the possibility of moving beyond partisan elections in South Kingstown and really determine whether there's a way that we could run a nonpartisan election. What would that entail? I think there is something that would allow the voters to sort of independently evaluate each candidate. It wouldn't have the national stereotypes that go down all the way down ballot. I think prior to the election, I think many people of the maybe 15 names or more that were put their name in for town council would have said, yeah, I think that's a great idea. Right now, you've kind of made it through that gauntlet, and now you have the power of incumbency. So you have a very powerful reason not to want to consider this. However, I've really looked at the number of people that have said to me after an election, when 5,000 people have voted for me, and didn't know that I was even running. You know, these types of campaigns are very difficult. They're very hard. They're hard to reach everybody. And some of the types of the stereotypes that apply down ballot really have an impact. As you know, I'm also the chairman of the Republican Town Committee. I'm serving out the last days of my term there. I'm not looking to take over for the next election cycle. I really want to focus on this concept of moving away from the partisan politics of local office. One of the things I think I can say about just about everyone that serves or has run for local office, we're not politicians. We're not people that we're not career people. These are willingness to serve. These are very simple things that we're trying to do, and yet that concept of party affiliation at this level really labels us as partisan politics, even if we're not running affiliated with a party. You've probably knocked on doors. You've probably had someone open the door and look at you with that kind of skepticism and cynicism that every, quote, politician faces. All right? I've had doors slammed in my face. I've had owners laugh when a dog starts chasing you out the yard. These are hard things. I think when you throw away the misconceptions and some of the preconceived notions that are out there, I think it's a pretty powerful reason to consider a nonpartisan election. So that's all.
Thank you, Roland. Any other comments? Comments from the council?
I'll make a comment. I just wanted to mention that I think all 5 of us showed up at the Johnny Cake Center today to give out the turkeys and all of the condiments that go with that. So I'd just like to say happy Thanksgiving to everyone, and what a great place the Johnny Cake Center is. And I think it was good that all 5 of us, according to Sue, showed up and helped out, and I think that's great. So happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
I just also wanted to say I appreciate the people that showed up for the SK Cares event that was held at Five Guys, I guess it was. It was the first time I've ever been there, but to help support our town and the youth in our community. So to all those gracious people that came out to support that night, I thank them.
All right, seeing no other comments, we can move on to item number 9, the town manager's report.
improvement program, the proposed improvement program for the 15-16 year through the 2021 year. And we will start budget hearings on that during the first week of January. Once we confirm the dates on that, we'll get that posted on the town's website. Other than that, I wish everyone on the council, as well as everybody in town, a great happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you, Steve. The town solicitor's report, item 10.
I believe a confidential litigation report was distributed to all of you so that you have an opportunity to review it. When we have our next meeting on the 8th, we will meet in executive session so I can give you an update and take your questions. Other than that, like the manager, happy Thanksgiving to all.
Thank you. We have no appointments to make tonight, so we're on to item 12, new business. A resolution authorizing an award of bid to Hart Engineering Corporation, 800 Scenic View Drive, Cumberland, Rhode Island, 028648706, for headworks improvements in an amount not to exceed $252,000, including a $90,000 contingency, with authorization that project funding be expended from the wastewater fund's unrestricted net assets. And as further described in a memorandum from the Public Services Director to the Town Manager dated November 17th, 2014, and entitled Bid Recommendation, Regional Wastewater Treatment Facility, Headworks Improvements. Do I hear a motion to approve?
I make a motion that we approve new business item 12A. I heard Steve talk earlier, and it's a shared cost that is not only obligated to us here in South Kingstown. 18% of that cost will be affiliated to the University of Rhode Island. There's a 45% cost that will be affiliated to 2 wastewater treatment facilities, if I'm correct, in Narragansett, and the remaining 33% will be our responsibility. Steve, I didn't know if you wanted to add anything to that.
No, simply that we, using our consulting engineer, we developed the bid specifications. We received only one bid. The bid was higher than what was anticipated. In discussions with the submitting vendor, it was determined that there was concern on not being able to address what the size of the difficulty was that was going to be encountered in terms of concrete repairs until the wet wells were actually emptied. So what we had done was to have them submit a second price, which was hard money, to do everything but the concrete work. So once that other work is completed for the $252,000, which has got a $90,000 contingency, we'll then take a look at what the implications are in terms of the amount of work that'll be necessary for the spalling of the concrete that's in that chamber. So I'd recommend council approve as presented in John's memo of November 17th.
So moved.
There's a motion on the table. Do I hear a
Second.
So moved. Any other discussion? All those in favor of authorizing this award signify by saying aye.
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 By vote of 5 to 0, it passes. Thank you. New business item B, a resolution authorizing the extension of an award of contract originally granted on November 26, 2012 to Verizon Wireless, 7600 Montpelier Road, Laurel, Maryland, 20723, in accordance with the State of Rhode Island Master Pricing Agreement number 299 for wireless services and support equipment, and as further described in a memorandum from the Financial Controller to the Town Manager dated November 18, 2014, and entitled Award of Contract for Wireless Services and Equipment. Do I hear a motion to approve?
I make a motion to approve item 12, new business B. After discussion, we realized that we had a former carrier, and there were several, if you will, dead or low areas in town where we were not getting signal. 70% of this contract is utilized and needed for our police and safety for the town. So I respectfully ask to approve item 12B.
Second?
So moved. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. The motion carries 5-0. And that concludes our business this evening. I'd like to thank you all for coming out tonight and wish you a happy Thanksgiving. I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second?
So moved. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 5-0.